still here.
88 to 91 FM.
Eleanor McAvoy's coming up next.
BBC Radio 2.
Tune your ears. Hey, the Beatles. Eleanor Rigby. Well, now, I'm delighted to say, and it just shows you a bit of production goes into this, I've got another Eleanor with me. It'll be Eleanor McAvoy. Leave the equipment alone, Eleanor. That's BBC's property. You can't be making yourself at home with that. Eleanor, contemporary singer-songwriter from Dublin. I'm delighted to see you. And I understand you were up until 3 o'clock this morning singing in Bray, County Wicklow.
I was indeed.
Yeah, and how did you go?
It was absolutely fantastic. It was great. Didn't get much sleep now before I had to get the plane to come over.
No, it's best to come on here jaded.
Well, it's great. It was good.
So, tell us about, you've released 10 solo albums, you've toured the world, and of course, I think you're probably still best known, and so you should be, for the best-selling album in Irish chart history, which was A Woman's Heart. 1992 that was.
That's right, yeah. 22 years ago now. It's kind of hard to believe, but it's been great, you know, and it's enabled me to have the most fantastic life, really, you know, travelling around the world, various continents at various times, and it is a brilliant way to make your living. I've been extremely lucky, Terry, I really have.
So tell me, this new album, it's called, imaginatively, Stuff. That's great. That's great, and you put a lot of thought into that.
It started off as a kind of a bit of cult project. It was an odd thing for the fans who really wanted, like, you know, single mixes that you couldn't get on albums, and, you know, songs of mine that were on other people's albums but that weren't on my own for one reason or another. And a couple of odd little tracks that I would do live, and people would say, like the French track Mior, you know, that Edith Piaf made famous. And you know, I went in and recorded that and a couple of other things. So it was actually an album that came about from people asking me to do things, instead of my own kind of
But it's your first album for almost 3 years. What have you been doing?
No, I had another album out about 9 months ago called If You Leave.
There's another researcher
and I did
shot.
another one a year before that, yeah. I've had 3 albums out in the last 3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, you see, okay. Get me the producer. But again,
I thought that was a trick question, actually. Maybe you were trying to catch me out.
Well, the first album, It's a Woman's Heart, it featured some fantastic female Irish artists. Are you still all in touch with each other? Do you sing together?
Yes, I am indeed. We did a gig there in Glasgow with them. Well, Mary Coughlin was on it, and Sharon Shannon of the original crew. But it was absolutely brilliant. It was just great. It's great fun, you know, seeing them. And I think, to be honest, it's much better now than it was 20 years ago in terms of I guess, I don't know, I feel less intimidated now, and we're all maybe a bit happier in ourselves. And
take me back to, you started singing at the age of 4, they tell me. You probably won't remember that.
Well, I do, actually, yeah, with, funnily enough, a Pete Seeger song, Oh Freedom, which we translated into Irish. It became Oh Saoirse, and a Slade song. My sister was a Pete Seeger fan, and I was mad into the band Slade. I used to see them on Top of the Pops. So there was an Irish music competition at home called Sloga, and you could sing anything you wanted, but it had to be in the Irish language. So she said, come on, do this Pete Seeger one. I said, well, I'll do that if you translate the Slade song into Irish. So we did Mama We're All Crazy Now, Mama Tumwid Derbish and You in Irish, and Oh Saoirse. And they were the 2 songs that we sang when I was 4 years of age, so there you go.
But look, you're a graduate of Trinity College Dublin. You're accepted into the National Symphony Orchestra of Ireland as a violinist.
Yeah, I was a violinist in my former gig, and I loved it. You know, you got to play some of the finest music on the planet, I suppose, you know, really. But ultimately it wasn't where my heart and soul was. I was writing hundreds of songs and not telling anybody, and playing with bands, you know. There was always a bit of moonlighting going on, so I'd be in the National Concert Hall on the Friday night with a big ball gown. You had to wear long black. They were very strict about that. But underneath I'd have the leopard skin leggings, and, you know, I'd be kind of whipping it off in the dressing room and flying out the door. And of course I come in on the Monday morning with the pickup still on the violin, and the maestro would really frown at that, so I'd be there with the screwdriver trying to get it off before he came to the podium. So I don't think that I quite fit in, but I have good memories.
Well, we're delighted that you made the choice you did. You've got a fella hanging on to you there.
I do indeed.
Who's that there in the corner?
He's a wonderful pianist here on my right hand side, a man called Cathal Sinnott, and some of you'll know him. He's a wonderful musical director, singer, pianist.
Well, you're very welcome, Carl.
Thank you very much.
Good man. Now, first song you're going to do is, in fact, the one we've been playing on the programme.
Yeah, thank you very much. Fair play to you.
Come on.
It's a song that was co-written actually by Rodney Crowell. Myself and Rodney Crowell wrote it about, a good while ago now. And he just won a Grammy actually with Emmylou Harris, didn't he? So,
Big name in country music.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And it's called Please Heart, You're Killing Me.
Let's hear it.
Cafe windows, street lamps, neon lights ablaze that shine all over town. Brilliant conversation with somebody new. He's out there showing round. Please, heart, you're killing me. Lost among the faces where a sideways glance says romance on a whim. And pretty boys with blue eyes smiling, styling, just reminding me of him. Please, heart, you're killing me. Well, I can't go out at night, can't stay here at home, can't go anywhere, 'cause you'll be there. And I can't get out of bed, can't get any sleep, can't do anything. What does he care? Does he care? Everywhere I turn I see the past jump out in front of me. Hello, someone's got it in for me. This whole damn town has secrets, oh, I don't know. Please, heart, you're killing me. Oh, please, heart, you're killing me. Brave the cold, the garbage trucks are on a roll. Surprise, a vision through the subway steam. I see him and I can't believe my eyes. Please, heart, you're killing me. Oh, please, heart, you're killing me, you're killing me, you're killing me, stop killing me.
Ah, Judith, that was lovely. That was great. Well done. Well done yourselves. Now, you're setting off for a tour of Australia through
That's
the
right,
spring.
on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I have to say, if I wasn't, I'd love to go to the Wolverhamptons Working Man Clubs.
Well, you had the invite,
fantastic.
you know. Yeah, there's probably a pie and a pint in it for you.
Well, you know what? I'll go again some other time. I'd be delighted to go. They sound lovely.
So, you've been round the world, of course, several times, singing and performing. And are you looking forward to Australia?
I really am, yeah. I mean, I was there about 9 or 10 months ago, I guess. But this is a long stint. This is a 7-week one. So I don't get back home till May, so it is quite a long one. But I love it down there. But and I'm definitely getting in. I know I got my work visa. I'm always a bit upset when I get my Australian work visa. It says that I'm a 420 subclass.
Yeah.
You have 26 hours in a plane, you're reading that you're subclass. But, you know, my American work visa says that I'm an alien of extraordinary ability, so I figured that's okay.
That's the ultimate accolade. So you've got some festival dates coming up as well.
I do indeed, yeah. The Blue Mountains Folk Festival is, I think, next weekend down in the States. And yeah,
Is that Tennessee?
No, in down in Oz, still down in Oz in
I see.
Australia. Yeah.
Oh, Blue Mountains, Australia.
So they go on kind of for 7 weeks and then back to Ireland to do some dates, and then I've got Poland and Germany and Copenhagen, I think, as well when I come home. So
And the music seems to translate worldwide.
it does, surprisingly. I mean, music, I'm a great believer in the power of music. I think it's a mood-altering substance. I think it's a really potent tool in our society. I mean, you see it. You see the reaction you get to certain tracks you play, you know. It really is a very powerful thing, I think, and it does transcend gender and race and borders of countries, and it really is a wonderful thing.
And what are your musical influences? What?
Apart from Slade and Pete Sleeger.
Well, exactly, yes, of course.
I guess I grew up in a household where, very musical household. There was always lots of instruments lying around. So, you know, my sister would have been listening to Edith Piaf, Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, people like that. My brother was listening to Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Rory Gallagher, Thin Lizzy. So I had all of that going on. My dad was a bit of a Mahler freak, so you'd have Mahler on in one room. And then my mother used to listen to radio a lot. So I started off with those kind of influences.
Can't help the name of it.
I know, yeah.
There must be a terrible racket coming from your
I
house.
think there was, and then of course it was us playing instruments as well. So actually, looking back on it, I think they were very tolerant. But there you go.
So, you've come to us from Dublin only this morning. Are you going back?
I am, just as soon as I finish with you here. I'm heading back on a plane to go back home.
Well, look, we wish you a safe journey, of course. And it's really great to have you with us. And don't forget, Eleanor's new CD is called Stuff. And you're going to sing something, you're going to make a musical genuflection to Chuck Berry.
Yeah, I think when people say Chuck Berry, they don't immediately think of his songwriting. They don't say, oh wow, he's a fantastic songwriter. But he really was, you know, he wrote wonderful songs, and I think that this one is a kind of a masterpiece of songwriting, to my mind, because you think it's a love song, and as the song progresses you think, oh, it's a love song, maybe a teenage love song where the parents don't want them to have it, and it takes you to the fourth verse to realise, oh my God, he's talking about his child. So, will I think?
Please.
It's called Memphis, Tennessee.
Let's hear it.
Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. Help me find the party trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave her number, but I know who placed the call, 'cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who called me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on a ridge, just about a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. But we were pulled apart 'cause her mom would not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Maria, she was waving me goodbye, with her home drops on her cheeks that trickled from her eyes. Maria's only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's certainly the most different version of Memphis, Tennessee I've ever heard. It's terrific.
Thanks very much. It's on the new album.
Well,
Stuff.
great. And the new album's called Stuff.
Yeah.
Good man. And also my thanks to Colin
Thank you very
for
much.
joining.
Thanks.
Really good to see you. Safe journey back to
An
Dublin.
absolute pleasure, Terry. Thanks for having us on.
And come again when you feel like it.
Thank you.
Eleanor McAvoy.